In the 7 years since the United States played host to the World Cup finals, football's popularity there has been on the increase. Soccer, as they prefer to call it, is regarded as a safe sport and is widely played by the children of America's middle classes. Others have wanted to join in but have found the cost too high. And that's where the Washington Youth Soccer Association comes in. Here in DC, one of USA 94's host cities, a small group of volunteers is starting to make a difference.
We were fortunate enough, as a result of the World Cup, to get a grant of about $600,000 that was to be spent locally to engage what we call inner city kids. We have set up what is called the Legacy League. Now, this league is set up for the purpose of getting kids who can't afford to play in regular programs.
Local government and other footballing bodies have provided further assistance, and the WYSA can now offer free coaching and equipment, as well as regular participation in mini-leagues. Most of these inner-city kids come from Latin American or Caribbean backgrounds, and the program has proved to be just as popular with their soccer-mad parents.
It's excelente.
Oh, it's excellent. What you're seeing here is a party for everyone. Everyone's very happy. A lot of families come along. The best thing is to get the kids involved when they're very small in the hope that they'll grow to like soccer and keep playing when they're older.
Cab Hakim left England for the USA over 10 years ago and has been a key figure in the development of the WYSA. In fact, he can recall how it all began with just 20 kids from one area of the city.
Basically all we did was introduce them with a ball, and they picked up the sport very quickly, running with it, kicking it, and we saw that there was a lot of athletic talent there, and we said this is the kind of kids that, you know, if we spend more time with, you know, they could turn out to be tremendous soccer players.
His faith in them continues to this day, and many of the original 20 are now involved in the programme's other major project, the Academy. But with neither swanky buildings nor pitches to speak of, this is an academy with a difference.
It's a concept. Our academy are the players and the staff. And we have a great relationship. We have fun. We develop them by letting them be free within the game.
The WYSA wants to establish itself as a centre for player development, and this year organised a trip to Europe to showcase the talent they've nurtured. First stop, London. Matches against teams from West Ham, Liverpool and Chelsea were on the agenda, and all concerned had worked extremely hard to make the tour financially viable.
My father put in some money, my mother, and we went bucketing. We put up signs and stuff and went to like busy intersections around our area, Washington DC area, and held buckets and made flyers about telling people about our trip and about our organization.
There was an exodus of American players to Europe after USA 94, but that flood has now become a trickle, a trend coach Cab believes could be stopped if clubs were to search a little harder.
The inner cities of America are totally untapped, most untapped market in the world. Africa's been tapped, Southern Europe's tapped, Eastern Europe's tapped, Asia's only just becoming tapped. You know, South America's always been tapped, but North America, the inner cities, where the top athletes are just sitting there waiting to either play basketball, American football, baseball, but now soccer.
Doing the coaching then?
For many of the boys, this was their first trip abroad, and as important as the football was the opportunity to meet and exchange experiences with kids from similar backgrounds. They're on the way to making football a career, a target Cab Hakim has set for some of his players.
You guys are lucky.
With the 20 kids here, if we get one, who'll be recognised by a top club and be offered an opportunity to come back and play here, we'd be more than successful.
Their opponents in the opening game of the tour were English club West Ham United's under-17 side. Jet-lagged or not, the Americans let themselves down early on, and although they equalised, were 3-1 behind at the break. The second half was goalless, a different story altogether. WYSA dominated, and performances like that could earn some of the boys a place at one of the professional academies they faced on tour. If not, all is not lost. Through a partnership scheme with DC's Howard University, some of them will be awarded soccer scholarships, enabling them to pursue their dream and further their education.
Considering the fact that we don't really have many outlets to, do other things. I think the soccer program is a great program. I mean, this is the first time that anybody from DC's gone international with their sports program. So it's had a great effect on my life.
This promises to have been the first of many tours for the WYSA, an organisation that's making the game accessible for the inner city kids. In other words, the soccer-mad youngsters who could help the USA realise its goal of lifting the World Cup in 2010.